Our top story tonight at 11 o'clock, the latest on the Karen Read retrial. No verdict after the first full day of jury deliberations today. Thanks for joining us tonight at 11 o'clock. I'm Tiffany Murphy. ABC6 News anchor Ryan Medeiros spoke with our legal analyst who says he's not expecting a verdict anytime soon.
Karen Read is accused of second-degree murder and faces 2 lesser charges. As our legal analyst Ken Schreiber explains, there are many layers to this case, which means jurors could be mired in deliberations possibly until next week. The second murder trial for Karen Read is coming to a head.
There's no doubt about it, she was there.
Read is accused of hitting her Boston police officer boyfriend John O'Keefe with her car back in 2022 and leaving him to die in the snow. ABC6 News legal analyst Ken Schreiber weighed in on the case after the first day of jury deliberations.
What the prosecution tried to do here, and I think they did a better job of it, is through inferences and reconstruction experts show that John O'Keefe, before he died, some of his DNA was found on that SUV.
Schreiber says one of the key differences this time around was the prosecution's use of Karen Read's voice through TV interview clips, even though she never took the stand.
When you can put more of a face and a voice to a name, that may give a juror or the entire jury a position to infer certain things.
Another strategic move by the prosecution, according to Schreiber, was the decision not to have Trooper Michael Proctor take the stand. Proctor was the lead investigator on the case, but was fired after the first trial where he was questioned over inappropriate texts about Read.
Certainly Proctor, in terms of looking into the investigation, had already disqualified himself as being an impartial, unbiased figure.
Accident reconstruction becoming a focal point of the retrial, which Schreiber says led to a slew of expert testimony.
Wasn't just one here, and both sides had theirs. Remember, there are resources in this case being used, massive resources.
And on top of all the testimony, jurors now have to weigh a multifaceted verdict slip. On that form are 3 serious charges: second-degree murder, manslaughter while operating under the influence, and leaving the scene of an accident with death resulting.
The way the judge had sent out the instructions, the defense objected to that. And they wanted it to be more precise so that the jury understood that there were lesser included offenses incorporated in that charge, and each one should be spelled out, I think, individually.
But a request to simplify that verdict slip was denied.
I think that's a question for an appeal. I think at some point in time, the defense may ask the individual jurors to be asked to be examined as to how they understood what the explicit meaning of the instructions meant.
As for deliberation, Schreiber says we shouldn't expect a verdict anytime soon.
I think there's going to be a lot of back and forth dialogue and discussion between these jurors. Over the long haul, maybe they get to a verdict, but I'm still putting my chips in as a mistrial. I don't think they get a verdict.
I asked Schreiber what could be next if the outcome is indeed a mistrial. He says he thinks the Commonwealth would try Read again for a 3rd time. In the studio, I'm Ryan Medeiros, ABC6 News.